Matt Rife. If you haven't heard of him, he's a very funny comedian. He's a young guy. He's like 27 or something like that. He was relatively unknown up to about a year ago, and he was basically just struggling the scene. Like he was he was going to the comedy clubs, and probably 100 to 200 people going to see his shows and stuff. So he's making a living. He's eking a living out, sort of thing. But in that time period, I guess he was getting pretty damn funny because he released he set up a TikTok account, and he released a video on TikTok, and his first video did like went viral. I think this article talks about it, so I'm going to read this article here. It's from the New York Times. So again, well, typically these an article from someone like the New York Times is not bad if it's not political. So we'll see how this article is. So it says, making them laugh and swoon. A year ago, Matt Rife was just another struggling road comedian. And then he blew up on TikTok. So the one-nighters were starting to blur together. After 11 years in comedy clubs, Matt Rife was selling around 70 tickets per show. Ooh, less than I thought. Sometimes clearing as little as $150 a night. He wasn't a big enough name last summer to earn an invitation to the Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal, an annual showcase for established comics and promising up-and-comers alike, but he decided to go anyway. During that trip, Mr. Rife underwent a surprise transformation from middling road comic to star, a change he described last week over a cheeseburger lunch in Syracuse, New York. Last July, I was in Montreal for a festival I was not invited to, he said. I had to fly myself out, put myself up for no pay. I was sitting there at dinner with my friend and my manager. I'm about to post this video of crowd work. I was watching it and I was like, this is so stupid. Why am I even doing this? The video in question showed him on stage in Phoenix, Arizona, going back and forth with a female audience member who said he had broken up with her boyfriend because, as she put it, he didn't do anything. When he came home from his job during the exchange, Mr. Rife learned that the woman's ex was an emergency room worker. Okay, well, that's kind of funny. Oh, I'm sorry, you broke up with a hero, he said. Roared to laughter. Okay, so he posted a 2.5-minute video on TikTok, which he had joined a few months earlier. He titled the clip "The Lazy Hero." That video did 20 million views in 2 or 3 days, he said. It became this massive chain reaction and explosion of an audience. From then on, every video I posted went viral. Okay, so I have watched a decent amount of Matt Rife. He is funny, and he's got incredible crowd work, and that's what. So we get these comedians that do well online and such. It's not necessarily like clips from their comedy acts. It's more this riffing off the crowd. There's another guy, I can't remember his name offhand, but he's got a massive stutter. I can't remember his name right now, but he's funny as heck. Same thing. He just riffs off the crowd. But Matt Rife, if you watch him, that's what he does. He'll go into a little bit of a set of his stuff and then just right off the crowd. So it's pretty good for guys like that. They don't need to have a ton of written material. They can just get up on stage and kind of get their crowd work going and such. That's, I guess, what he did for 10 years. So he got very good at this. And if you look at the guy, I mean, he's 27, good looking guy. He's in good shape. He's playing that card too, right? It's it's working for him. Again, I'm not disparaging on him. I mean, good on him. He happens to be a nice shiny penny, but he's funny as heck. So this guy's going to be probably one of the next big comedians. I think this article, actually, let me read a little bit more. I think it talks about him. Oh, here we go. It talks about his world tour. So Problematic World Tour. He sold out 260 dates in North America, Europe, and Australia in 48 hours. 600,000 tickets he sold, each ranging between about $50 to $95, according to Live Nation. It crashed the Ticketmaster website. Okay, so yeah, they're talking about his good looks and stuff. Yeah, so okay, so, yeah, he's good looking. That helps you, obviously. It helps you online for sure. Helps the click. People click because they see a good looking guy and they're like, oh, let's see what he has to say, and he's funny. So he could be good looking and just a garbage comedian and nobody's going to watch him. But so happens he's very good too. So check him out if you haven't seen him, Matt Rife. You can find him anywhere, just by he's all over the place. Check out a couple of his clips. You'll thank me. He's quite funny.